and welcome to a new video. A new video that also features my new glasses. Hey, don't know if you've seen those yet. I mean, they're really not that different, but do we like? I do. I've also got a lot of stuff on my face. Pretty sure this is from a cleanser I've been trying out the past couple weeks, and I keep hoping it'll get better. It's not getting better. It's spreading. But as much as the slightly wet hair and acne might be a bit of a throwback for some of y'all, another throwback kind of to a product that I tried out once and that was very popular on YouTube once, but has been reformulated. Today's weekly wear is on the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Putty Primer Universal Sheer. And by sheer, they must mean Greer, because it's green, but they claim sheer. So should we actually call it sheen? Regardless, you guys, y'all want me to test out this product. I'm here for it. I clearly have the skin to test it on. Looks like e.l.f. recently, I think maybe the poreless one was the original, but then it looks like they came out with two new ones, a matte and a luminous. No, maybe those have just been out for a long time. I'm so confused. Well, in any case, the one that says that it's new is this acne fighting version of the putty primer. This has 1.8% salicylic acid in it, and it is $9 for 0.74 ounces of product. They say that it has acne fighting ingredients. They made that plural, so there must be more than just salicylic acid in here, that are going to fight future breakouts while smoothing the skin for a flawless and even complexion. They love it because it helps prevent future breakouts, like I just said, has a unique creamy formula to smooth over the pores, applies clear for a natural finish, and preps and primes skin for makeup that lasts all day. Yes, so it looks like the other ingredient is kaolin clay, which helps control oil and draw out imperfections. It's in a lot of, I feel like, clay masks, and also zinc to help reduce inflammation. Say you can use this with or without makeup while saying bye-bye to blemishes. It's gonna minimize the appearance of pores, calm irritated skin, have a velvety smooth formula, and grips your makeup, or just give you an even clear barefaced looking finish. They also, I don't know if this is new, have they always been a completely vegan brand? Either way, they say that all of their products are cruelty-free and vegan, so that's great. To use, just apply a thin, even amount of primer to moisturize skin prior to makeup application, allow to set for 30 seconds, blah blah blah. And then, like most companies do, you know, they suggest that it is best used with one of their other products, a applicator, but I'm just gonna use my fingers. So I guess I don't have high hopes for this, just because I don't remember loving the original of this product when it was super hyped and big on YouTube. It had to have been a YouTube made me buy it, but I certainly did a video on that. If you missed it or you want to check it out, I know I personally am going to want to go back and rewatch it just to see my original thoughts. But if I'm remembering correctly, same packaging, just looks different because it's green. Looks like a color correcting green. Because my hair is wet, I would like to think it's obvious that I suppose it's not obvious that I got out of the shower. I could have just wet my hair. Either way, I'm out of the shower. So, face has been washed and moisturized. I am going to be testing this half and half. So, half primer, half no primer, and we shall see the results. How does one pick a side? I guess I'm gonna put this on my more problematic side. Does that make sense? To do that, I'm actually not sure, but let's see. Very soft, very creamy feeling. Definitely, it looks like it has a little bit of a green tint to it, but nothing crazy intense. Let's see what they just said, a thin layer. It feels silicone-y, but silicone-y in a moisturizing way, almost? Okay, now that I'm rubbing it in, maybe not so much. It just had more of like a cream moisturizer feel to it for a second there. Typical sit on top of the skin silicone feeling. But now that I'm rubbing it in, I mean, it doesn't feel completely sit on top of the skin like, but a little bit. Feels more slippery than sticky, which I prefer my primers to feel sticky because it makes me feel like it's gonna help my makeup to stick rather than slip. Yeah. But hey, that's just me. So we shall see. Gonna get this all over this half of my face. And while I'm waiting the 30 seconds for it to dry down, we can look to see if there was much of a difference at all on the primed side compared to the not primed side. The only difference I feel like I can see is just actually not something that I can see. It's just the feeling of it. You know, this side of my face definitely feels a lot softer. It's not a super worrisome silicone feeling, not as much as some silicone-based primers. I don't even know if this is silicone-based. I'm just guessing by the feel of it, but we'll see. I don't know. Maybe my nose pores look a little more blurred on that side. What do you guys think? No primer? Primer. Maybe a bit. Let me put on some foundation and whatnot, and then we will see if that's how I still feel. Alright, so here it is with concealer and my Urban Decay foundation, this one. I think it looks good on both sides, honestly. You know, as I try to be in these tests, I was vigilant about doing the not primed side first and then the primed side so we don't get primer from the primed side onto the unprimed side. Hopefully I did okay, and overall, like I said, I don't really see a difference from side to side, I don't think. But that might change throughout the day, and that is what we are here to see. So I will go and live my life, find those results, and report back to you at the very end of the night. Ready? Ding! Hello everyone, good evening. It's the end of the night here. Oh, the end of a very hot and sweaty day. I am here. Surprisingly, so is my makeup. I shouldn't say surprisingly. I know enough about this tinted moisturizer that I'm wearing that I know it's pretty darn good, especially in the heat. But Vee, what do you think? You can't even look at me. Look at your mother. I love you. Do you love me too? So, aside from ready to take off my makeup, shave my head, and go to bed, I'm ready to just show it to you guys so that I can do that. Well, most of all that. Taking off my makeup, going to bed. I'm not gonna shave my head. I really want to, especially on hot days like this, but I won't. Yet. So I went and I saw my mom today, and I asked her at the end of the night here, can you see a difference on any part of my face? Do any parts of my face look different from others? And she looked at my face for a good long hard, probably solid minute or two. She said no, they look identical. And I would have to agree with her. I think things look pretty much exactly the same from side to side. I don't see a difference. There is equal wear and fade. I think it looks good on both sides, all things considered. You know, it's been a long-ish day, and like I said, it's been hot and sweaty, so I personally don't have high hopes that this primer is gonna do much for me. However, I'm gonna keep on testing it. We're gonna see. I'm hoping it won't break me out any further. I mean, it's supposed to be the opposite of a break me out kind of a product, and we'll see. Maybe it'll do magical, fabulous things with other foundations of mine. I'll give it a try. I'll see if I can fish out some not so great foundations. See if I might have thrown them all away at this point, but if I can find some not so great ones that could use the aid of a primer, I'll be sure to test those. But either way, blah, blah, blah. Do you need to know the inner workings of my mind? I don't know. But you're gonna see the results in just a second here. Ready? Ding! Hello everyone, good evening. It's the end of the night here on day 3 of testing. And I guess before I spoil anything here, I'm just gonna get on into into it. So on day 2, I went ahead and I used the primer on half my face like usual, and this time around I used concealer and also a foundation that I had gotten in a BoxyCharm that when I first tried it out, I remembered I really liked it and was excited to try it more, and then I just kind of forgot about it, and so I figured, hey, today, why not? Let's test it with this primer, and then I can see how it does on its own again, and also how it does with this primer. And you know, initially things looked fine. They didn't look any different from side to side, I didn't think, except for perhaps maybe a little bit smoother blurred on my nose in my pores. Aside from that though, like I said, I felt like it looked exactly the same from side to side. Regardless, I wasn't gonna let that deter me. We were gonna keep on testing, and I did just that. And I don't know, maybe I just don't like this foundation as much as I did the first time I tried it, because I didn't think it looked great on either side of my face at the end of the night. Granted, it didn't look the worst, but I felt like it kind of aged my skin and just looked not great overall, kind of heavy, and it had just wiped off, and so in any case, regardless of whether or not I'd like that foundation in the long run, maybe I'll give it one more try, but primer certainly didn't help. Now once again, it didn't hurt, but it didn't help. And for me, that's why I wear primer, is mainly to extend the wear of my makeup. You know, like, I do like it when it helps to make my makeup go on smoother, but the main reason I use it is to extend my makeup wear. But once again, I was not gonna let that deter me. We were gonna keep on testing this to the fullest here. That is what I am here for in my weekly wears. So once again, today I went ahead and used the primer on half of my face, and went ahead and tried another foundation that I couldn't, like, I think I thought I liked it enough the one time I've tried it, but I couldn't really remember. I didn't remember it being great, so I was like, hey, I mean, if nothing else, like, let's test it with the primer and see how I feel, if it helps or whatever. You know, that is the point of these videos. So I did that, I used concealer, etc., and I thought it looked fine, you know, when I first applied everything. I thought it looked alright. Maybe a little, I don't know, not unnatural, but not natural either. Get what I'm saying? I did think, once again, this is basically, I'm just going to be saying the exact same things this time around. Do you want that from me? I thought it looked fine, but I didn't think either side of my face looked any different aside from my nose. I thought my nose looked a little bit more smoothed and blurred and whatnot in my nose pores on the primed side. But throughout the day here, I see wear on equal sides of my face. My makeup, I think, looks exactly the same from side to side. It has the same wear and fade around my nose, on my chin, etc. All of that. I just, I don't see it. I don't see a point in this primer, at least for me and my oily skin here during the summer, you know. The only time I could maybe see myself reaching for this is to just smooth over my nose pores a little bit, but then at the same time, if it makes my makeup wipe off, or it doesn't help my makeup to not wipe off, like, maybe I don't really see the point in that either. I don't know, I feel like I would just be using this product just to use this product in the future. Does that make sense? Regardless, let me go over, oh, and by the way, yes, my mascara is smudged. I'm testing something. Regardless, pros and cons, let's go over them, shall we? So for the pros, I mean, I will give it credit that it is lightweight. It doesn't feel like it's sitting on top of the skin. It does seem to sink into the skin, and it does help to make my makeup go on a little bit smoother. It blurs my pores a little bit on my nose. But aside from that, I mean, I guess a pro could be that it doesn't make my makeup look any worse. But, like, I don't know, I feel like that's reaching. We'll still do it in any case. The cons far outweigh, because the main thing is that this doesn't help my makeup last, and that's what I need a primer for. I don't think it made enough of a difference. The difference like not only to my eyes but also to others' eyes that I asked, you know, others being my mom. Hi mom, you're multiple people now. You are others. I suppose I could ask my cats, hey G, what do you think? He's busy hunting bugs outside the window. And by that I mean he's not outside, he's just looking out the window at the bugs that are trying to get at the bright ring light. Can you hear that? Get it, G. So, anywho, there you go. There was my review. I hope it was helpful for you. Like I said, it was requested, so hopefully this was helpful to not only the requester, but also to other people who want to know how this primer did on my skin, if it was any different from the original. You can certainly let me know, A, if there are other products you want to see me test in a weekly wear coming up here, and you can also let me know if you have tried out this primer. How do you feel about it? And just the whole putty primer line in general from e.l.f. Like I said, I feel like it was a fan favorite, but maybe that was just for the YouTube hype. I don't know. Let me know how you feel about the things down below. What kind of skin do you have? All that good stuff. You can also just let me know if you enjoyed the video, found it helpful, whatever the case may be, by giving it a thumbs up down below. I'd really appreciate it. And if you're new here, hey, hi, hello, how are you? You can go ahead and subscribe. You can tippity tap that notification bell down below and become a member of my casserole family here on my channel. I'd love to have you here. And as always, I just hope you guys are all doing well. And until next time, just stay well until then. Bye!